And with that, I do want to segue into your book a little bit, and let's talk about basketball strength. Is
Okay.
it is is it a guide to getting stronger? Is it a story? Tell me about it.
Basketball strength is unique in that I went through high school, college, and overseas pro basketball. Came back here, worked out with some overseas and NBA players, did a bunch of workouts, and realized that a majority of the things that were being done were helping people to get stronger, but they weren't helping people to be better basketball players.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is I started to dissect things that were done all together, and then I created a sequence called the Swamp Lunge. Now, everyone knows that a lunge is an exercise that's old as rock, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not done in the Swamp Lunge way. The Swamp Lunge exercise allows me to use one movement as a biomechanic assessment. So, an athlete, day to day, your body has aches and pains. So, you always want to go through some sort of a warm up checklist to find out where your ankles, knees, hips, back, shoulders, wrists, elbows, like where's everything today. So, with the Swamp Lunge, I was able to put together a format where I would teach stride mechanics, biomechanics, and biofeedback at the same time
Mm-hmm.
while promoting athleticism, explosive training without being explosive. So then this was next level because I started using it on everyone. And this started early in 1997. I perfected it by 2002. What ends up happening is this. As you use this movement and you stay strict to the movement, it teaches you how to move optimally. You'll learn how to walk for the first time properly. People don't know how to walk properly. They think they do, they don't, which means they don't run properly. They don't land, they don't jump, skip, hop, gallop, slide. The whole thing is improper. Once the biomechanics are corrected, the body's alignment goes into place. So the first thing I do is I prevent injuries by aligning the body using biomechanics through the Swamp Lunge. That's the first thing. The second thing that happens through the use of the Swamp Lunge is you go from an acute stride front leg and acute stride back leg to a right angle stride front leg, right angle stride back leg. It's based on mathematics. Biomechanics is all math. So the longer your strides go away from your body and the finer your movement is, everything about your physicality skyrockets. By the time you get to the obtuse angle stride front leg and the obtuse angle back leg, you're going to be apex for whatever your genetics at this time are allowing you to do. And there's rules. I'll give you an idea. People ask me all the time, how do I jump higher? Basketball strength, do the Swamp Lunge.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yes, that's it. Why? Biomechanic assessment. Okay, I did it and I felt it in my hamstrings. What's next? That just told you. What do you mean? The biomechanics tells you if your hamstrings are sore, that's where your next focus needs to be. If it was in your quads, you go right to the quads. If you're to glutes, you go right to the glutes. The beauty of it is it's never wrong. Not once yet since 1997, and no one gets hurt. Matter of fact, I've had a lot of players elongate their careers using this thing instead of the traditional squat, leg press, leg extension, leg curl, silly nonsense that's been thrown together for the standard of care since the 1970s. So when I developed this program, it was to save careers, and it was to teach people how to move with one exercise that becomes an assessment and then has 24 courses to it. So the movement that goes along with basketball strength, it's an upper body integration. I also put the best drills that I've ever learned from the coaches that I've had in that book, which are not very showy drills. You're not going to see them go viral on a reel somewhere or get like 10 million TikTok views or something like that. But I'll tell you what, I have a factory. The people I work with are fundamentally sound power players, and they're a problem. And most of the people that I've worked with have been baseball players. Because the Swamp Lunge, if you look at a baseball pitcher,
Mm-hmm.
that leg kick, that stretch, that stride, that push, you're never going to see pitching the same again because it is the Swamp Lunge. I grew up watching my dad as a major league pitcher. I watched him stride off the mound. I got older and put it all together. Wait a minute, there's something there. How can we do this? Boom. So in essence, a lot of those early seeds were planted by my father pitching Major League Baseball because I got a chance to see. And then when I trained baseball players, I realized it's a universal application, but the best way for me to present it was by using the fact that I can get my head over the rim and basketball will draw people to me, which will allow me to teach this biomechanics assessment. But what's it really all about? It's my purpose, showing people that I can rise again. So when you look at this picture on this book, you see me way over the rim. And the symbolism there is you can rise again. You can knock a man down. You can count him out. And he will rise again with the strength of God. And that's where I'm at. The book, it's a great offering. It helps everyone that reads it. It's definitely something that I would recommend having, no question. Not even necessarily for basketball, just to have in terms of movement. If I would put it in a category, I would say that it should be in every master's level, biomechanics, sports science, physical education, or health education program at every college and university in the world. That's the level that the educational value is. Like, you can read this as a middle schooler or a high schooler and know what to do with it right away. Most of the educational material that exists in college, it's middle school, high school level. It's just expanded upon. We don't really go that far beyond it. And I think that's another thing too. The basics are the best.
Yeah.
And if you can master those basics, you have a power basic, you're effective. And what I do is I help players to be more effective. The number one question I get, and I get this in the thousands, is how can I jump higher? Use the Swamp Lunge, go through the courses, listen to the biofeedback, send me a video of you doing it. Within the 1-2 minute video critique, I can get a person completely shifted into a biomechanic flow where all they have to do is practice exactly what I recommended without even physically being there. And that person's going to make progress for the rest of their life. Biomechanics is a wellness thing. It's not a workout like sets and reps thing. This is, I'm going to teach you how to move your body so that you can enjoy your body for the rest of your life. Like, I want you to enjoy it, man. I want you to be doing the things that you want to do, the way you want to do them, when you want to do them, and how you want to do them. You know, not like doctors telling me you can't play basketball. It's like, thanks, doc. Appreciate it. Write down. Remember me when I come back with that picture over the rim. Don't forget this day. Right. But those are those things. We have to keep that alive. And my program gives hope to people. It helps a lot of people around the world with basketball skills. And I can't wait for the opportunity just to go around the world, almost like Habitat for Humanity, but teaching people how to move and develop basketball programs where they don't have them, and then using basketball and movement as a way to bring in the community and kind of strengthen core values and bring everything together. I think basketball is the glue.